Oh, hello, friends. I'm back again with a couple of short spreads that I hope to do in the next little bit. I just did a longer one and hope to upload that a bit later. And this is the one where uh, Freddy, it's the story within a story, and Freddy and his friends have followed the fire truck and now they're watching the firemen as they turn on the hose and get things going. So let's just see how this comes together, shall we? So I have a new layer set up here, and we're going to see how we can make this be a large plume of water. So as you can see here, there's always two. One fireman holds the hose and another one backs them up so that it doesn't uh, fall out of his hands, right? So here we go, and I'm going to just see how this goes. There. Well, there's one. Now we can take this down a little bit and a little bit of blue here for the water, and that's a little too dark, so we'll just put that in. Takes a few tries, I think. A little fireman, brave and bright, I put out fires with all my might. When I hear the siren, hear me shout, jump on the engine and put the fire out. Da 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 da. Oh, Freddie and his friends are watching this with eager excitement as some of the firemen rescue people. See, there's the ladder, and It's just coming right along. Hurry, hurry, drive the fire truck. Chorus, ee-ya, ee-ya, sing with me. There's the siren. Ha! Hurry, hurry, turn the corner. Hurry, hurry, climb the ladder. Hurry, hurry, spray the water. Slowly, slowly, get things done. Do what must be done. So we're just trying to spray some of this water up in the air here. There's a lot going on. Yes, and then we're just going to well, that's probably good for that. So I will just save this, save, and we're going to go on to the next page, which I have loaded up here. And while this is all going on, you see, all of Freddy's friends left to go home. And all of a sudden, he found himself standing there all alone. And the firemen were still fighting the fire, but it was just, he just thought, oh my goodness, none of my friends are here. I'm all alone. So this is this spread, and we're going to color this in. And this is the end of the story within the story. And Freddie asks the fireman and tells him he's lost. And the fireman calls a policewoman who takes him home in her cruiser. And it's a good thing that Freddie knew his address and phone number because he could tell the fireman that he knew his address. I'm going to try this a little differently. I'm just going to color the face in, and then I will erase the lines later because as I'm seeing, it's much better to have the lines all on one layer and have the background so that they're not transparent behind. So let me just okay, now I'll just go and get a small brush and He looks very sad here. Yes, very sad indeed. It's not so exciting now, is it? No, it's not so exciting when you're lost. He looks a little cross-eyed here, but when you're angry, well, he's not angry, he's sad because he's lost, and he's trying to remain calm so that he knows what to do. And in a situation when there's a crisis, often if people uh, get upset, uh, they can't think of the right solution. So that's what he's trying to do, is in a way like Abby is trying to do. He's trying to tune into his happy place and see if he can't remain calm and think of what to do. And of course he does, because he realizes he isn't really lost because he knows his address. His mom taught him his address. And so she told him that if he was ever in trouble, that he needed to go to a policeman or a fireman, someone like that, so that he could find his way back, and that they would help him. And of course, that's the truth. Hey, kids, you're not the kids that are going to be reading this story, but you're possibly parents. And of course, you would know that the best thing to do to protect a child is to make them somewhat self-sufficient so that they know what to do in a crisis. Not that we expect a crisis, but boys will be boys and they will go places where you least expect, just to follow the excitement. And then after this, I'm hoping to upload this to YouTube today and get that going. Wrong. That I can delete. There. Okay. So these two spreads I had worked on, and they hopefully won't take up too much time just now. And then I will get everything uploaded and I can continue working on the next spreads, which are part of the Abbey story rather than the in between. That looks okay now. I'll do some of the dark work, and so we'll go back to well, maybe that's a little too much. Okay. Okay, now I added the colors to his clothes here so that I would remember what to pick up uh, for each of them without going back to the other spread. So, I've been humming a little too much today. I'm getting hoarse. Oh, which way is the light coming from? It's really, there's some light reflecting from over here, and then there's some light reflecting from over here. So, yeah, so let's just take some of this and go up and okay, now a little less size of a brush, and let's pick up some of this yellow here, and oh, I think we'll do that later. Let's do the pants first. Okay. As I said, I'm trying to motor along here so that it doesn't take too long for this episode and I can get it uploaded and you can watch. Yeah. I hope you're enjoying the series. I'm enjoying doing it, and it is helping me document what I'm doing. And also, I find that with a project like this, it really helps to keep you going and keep you active in getting it done because, I can't leave you hanging without having another episode. So I am doing this because I have actually been working on these illustrations in the first part of the book uh, for quite a while. But, other projects come along and you find that you just have to do those and you don't get uh, the project done. And I am determined this time that I am going to get this done. There. So this is kind of like adding a little extra color here and there because it helps to take some of the background and bring that color in. So that's green. Let's see, what other color? Oh, we've got some of this gold yellow here. Oh, a little too bright. And I think the brush is too big for this, so yeah, little bit by little bit, it kind of comes together. So I'm going to go back to the previous layer and we are going to just redefine some of this. So I always say it's a good thing you can go back. Yeah, if you don't like what you're doing. It's got some of that fire light shining on this side. Awesome. Wow. He does look rather lost, wouldn't you say? I would. Now let's just see what else we can do here. Uh, what is this? I think I'll just take another brush and paint over that. There. That looks good. Now, okay, here is Freddy, and let's go. Yeah, I still had that in but I think I'm going to take it out. There's a lot of layers here. Okay, and let's just bring this ladder up a wee bit. Okay, and what is this? Oh, yeah, I think we'll just, yeah, that looks better. There we go. Yes, I had put layers in there, and now I think and then I think, it would be more interesting if I took this eraser and yeah, that's too much, but just a hint so that we can see the truck. There, okay, that looks good. And then this is the house. No, would be underneath. It's this layer here. See? It's all in fun layers. And I think I like that blue that's on the window. So I'm just going to go and give it a hue saturation adjustment. And we want the blue and saturate it a wee bit and see how that is. Reset. Try the cyan. That's better. Okay. So there. So you see that. Yeah. And now this, I think. Um, let's see. Nope, don't do that. Um, fire truck one. No. Okay. No. There it is. I think I would like to just. Um, let's see. Can bring that up a bit. And well, maybe I better not because I did have it positioned, but I just would like to tone down. So I'm going to add another layer on top and just tone that down a little bit so that it appears more in the background. So what color am I using? There, so you see it, now you see it, and now you don't. There, okay. Well, it's not quite the right color yet, so I'll take some of the blue. That tones down. There, okay. Now, there was one more thing that I wanted to do, and that is there in the background. Where is that again? And I think that I am going to dodge that just a wee bit. Make sure, yes, I'm in the dodge, and I'm going to have a larger brush and just see if I can get that a little. Yeah, so that we can see that there is light coming from there. So now I am going to go back to Freddy and find out where he is, and then I am going to put a layer just underneath Freddy and label that light light reflection. Okay, and then I am going to pick up this blue cyan and there we are, and I'm going to, there, see, we have this light shining. I just have to, I'm just going to bring this up so that a little bit, and then take some of this green, and that's too much. There. And I think I will bring that light reflection just over a wee bit, and I'll rotate it so that it's going in a little bit better direction. A little more diagonal, that's good. And now, of course, that's didn't work out so well, but we can fix that. So I don't know. Okay, let's just maybe we'll just soften this just a wee bit. I think we need some more green light there. Okay. That's it. That's got it. Okay. And okay. Now let's just, I think we bring that down just a wee bit so that it doesn't overpower. Well, it was kind of nice. I think that's good. And I'll just bring it up a wee bit. Okay. And you know what we can do? We will do something a little psychedelic here. We'll take Freddy and Of course, we're just having fun, right? So we'll take Freddy and let's uh, isolate him. We can isolate him from the background. Okay. Let's go. Take a second to do that. Great. So now what I want to do is I don't want to get rid of Freddy. I want to put another layer under Freddy and fill that all in with that green. And see what that looks like. So, well, not quite. I think I will use the brush. So, I'm going to give it a neon glow just for the fun of it. Glowing edges. Well, okay, and now fill that there. Okay, I'll get rid of the now. So now, well, there. So we have that green glow around Freddy. Okay, oops. Makes him look really lost. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at this full. Yeah. Okay, one more thing. We'll go to Freddy and we'll get this yellow. And we'll use that to give his pants a bit of that reflection. There, how's that? Let's see. Well, he looks pretty scared, doesn't he? But he's remaining calm. Okay, so now we can save this and see how that looks. And I think he needs a little more shadow under his feet so he doesn't look like he's standing in midair. Where did he go? There. Okay. Okay, and once again, we'll just have a little Gaussian blur here. Take some black, fill it in, filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and give it the tone we want. Okay, that looks about right. So we can take away that, and now we'll just very gently soften the edges, and whoops-de-doo, there, we're almost got it. Oops, wrong thing. This, no, yeah, okay. Yeah, we've got the edges, and now we can just take away the saturation a bit, and I think that looks good. Okay, so save this, and there, I think we'll take that layer and we'll just bring it up a wee bit. Little more contrast. Okay, and let's have, yeah, that's good. Okay. Save, and now, here we go. So friends, we're at a point where the end of Freddy's story within Abby Finds Her Happy Place. And that's a wrap for today. And we're just going to save this. I did already. And end this video. And here we have another episode. And I hope to get it uploaded for you today. Here's another little, you always see something else. I think, gosh. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Little bit more shadow right directly under the feet so that, there, okay. Yeah, okay, that's better. Save again. And before I continue and just keep, that's the temptation to just keep going and touching up and doing this and doing that. And, then it's too late to upload. Anyway, I can always go back, and I do, to every spread and every page at the end of the book and make sure that there's a few things, if I haven't done them already, I can fix. So here we go. So I appreciate you're all tuning in, and I'm so happy to have you here. And I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am, and using this to either just work aside with you or have fun with, or just maybe you're picking up a few tips or just enjoying the listening. So we'll see you later. Bye now.